It's Week 15 of the NFL, and center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, the byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
But we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pick up.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 21 carries, 59 yards and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got this one complete to McKenzie. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gibson again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on it. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Now a first carry here for Robinson. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Hooker now off play action. That's swung out wide to Harris. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Hooker. Throw right side here going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. The throw right sideline here is complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Hooker. Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner multiple times in All-Pro in there to drop him for a loss. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing, Hooker. Throw caught there by Osborne. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Hooker to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. That ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But this the old adage, when you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He's got it to the 43 here.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Now 2nd and 5. Jones now in motion left. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And that's going to be another 1st first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than their partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Gibson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Sky Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Hooker on 1st down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Hooker. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And it's taken in at the 9. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet? Oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Agnew now to return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They'll run this one right with Robinson. They'll get this down to the 38. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Looking to throw. Hooker. Robinson's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where he's running.
Touchdown, Jets. DJ Moore. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Dolphins had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibson. And some nifty running here as they'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. 1st down throw here. It's Hooker. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. That's to the sideline and incomplete. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Mariota. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as they'll try for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this 1st half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break, Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson fighting him off. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, it's Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Mariota. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. To throw Mariota. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
On play action, Mariota. And a dump off here to Robinson. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come back a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Stafford. Sliding out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still 3rd down.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Miami. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Fights through him. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play action now. Mariota. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now Mariota. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And it is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Talanoa Hufanga, a first-time All-Pro last year, up to make the tackle. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 106 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Stafford. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To the air again, Stafford. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6.
Now Stafford.
3rd and 4.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Sky Moore. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 42 now. Here's 2nd and 2. A give to Robinson on the option. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and they
get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Jonathan Grenard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw is Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37. So and he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Miami set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Man open, here is Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Here's Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Stafford. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Dawson Knox, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let him fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
They'll try and run it here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have the full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts. So we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play. So essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. Mariota again. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Jets, their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.